Joining us now to discuss the Democratic Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi of Illinois. He is a member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, nice to have you on. So we're hearing this morning from the family of Virginia Giuffre, perhaps the most well-known victim of Epstein, who died by suicide earlier this year, asking in a statement why none of the survivors were invited to this meeting at the vice president's residence. What's your response to that?
I think that's a good question. I think that right now, a lot of people are just scratching their heads wondering why they won't release the deposition transcript or the interview transcript, why the interview even happened in the first place, why Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to a low security or lower security prison. Was she given something or did she give up something in exchange for that? These are the questions that are swirling around this, and people want answers. They want sunshine and transparency on what's going on with the Epstein files.
Giuffre's family is also calling for the House Oversight Subcommittee to invite survivors to testify. Are you open to that?
Oh, absolutely. I think that we need to shine a light on the harm that Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein did. The DOJ revealed that over 1,000 victims of these heinous crimes are suffering right now because of what's happening. And I think that that's in part why there's so much pressure on both Republicans and everybody to release these files ASAP.
Has the Oversight Committee received a response from DOJ on the subpoena for the files?
No, not to my knowledge. They have 2 weeks to basically produce these files. I'm hopeful that the DOJ complies, but at the same time, I don't know how they're going to comply. That being said, you know, there's tremendous pressure. I mean, we're receiving a lot of outreach from constituents and otherwise calling for the release of these files. I suspect my Republican colleagues are as well.
Just to talk about the Democrats on this, I mean, you know, previously under the Biden administration, there wasn't this sort of pressure to release the files. Why is it so important to you as a Democrats to ratchet up the pressure now?
I think two reasons. One, now we know that these, there's just, for some reason, a unwillingness to release these files. And I think that we need to know what's in there to get to the bottom of what's really going on with the situation. And then two, all legislative business has been brought to a standstill because of these Epstein files. The American people want us to do their business. That means, for instance, funding the government, which is the top agenda item when we return to Washington. And now this Epstein files issue is standing in the way of that as well.
Your committee also issued subpoenas for several high-profile officials on the Epstein matter, including Bill and Hillary Clinton and former FBI directors James Comey and Robert Mueller. Have you received responses from any of them?
Not to my knowledge. I think that at this point, those subpoenas or those requests have just gone out within the last couple of days. So I expect we'll be receiving responses in a timely fashion, hopefully soon.
So we also know that the Justice Department has this audio recording and transcript of the interview Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche conducted with Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell. The administration is considering releasing those publicly. Do you support that?
Oh, absolutely. They should release the transcript. They should release the audio recording. We need to know exactly what the Deputy Attorney General asked of Ghislaine Maxwell, how she answered, and you know, why this even happened in the first place. It's very unusual. I think the fact that she is desperately seeking a pardon or some form of clemency, the fact that Donald Trump is not willing to rule it out, is also why I've introduced a resolution that basically opposes any form of clemency for this hardened sex trafficker.
Yeah, tell us more about that, because you offered this resolution urging the president and DOJ not to offer any form of clemency to Maxwell in exchange for her testimony. The president has said he has the power to issue pardons, but he hasn't ruled it out. Do you have any buy-ins from Republicans to pass the resolution?
Not to my knowledge. I think they're very scared of the president. And I think that at this point, we need to say with one voice that there can't be a pardon or any form of clemency for Ghislaine Maxwell. That would be basically a cover-up of what's happening right now. In general, the pardon power has been abused by this president. We need to have longer-term reforms with regard to that issue. But in this particular case, it kind of is one of those situations where I believe the vast majority of Americans oppose any form of clemency for Maxwell, and we need to say that with one voice in Congress as well.
Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi, thank you so much.
Thank you.